Today's Easter. Amy's sleeping because she went to bed really late after editing the yesterday's episode. And we thought with Clément we'd prepare for her a local Easter specialty, which is le Suisse. Le Suisse is a traditional biscuit from Drôme, which is just across the Rhône from us, from Valence to be precise. And it's a biscuit shaped as the guards of the Pope, the Swiss guards. So why do we have this specialty locally? It's because in 1799 Napoleon went to invade the states of the church, and he made and the Pope Pius VI was made prisoner and brought back to Valence, where he died in August 1799. And when he was prisoner in Valence, his guards didn't go unnoticed, and the local baker decided to commemorate his death by shaping a biscuit in the shape of these guards. So it stayed ever since as a local tradition for Easter. The Swiss is made from the dough of another specialty which is called la pogne. La pogne is a kind of brioche, but it comes from the French poigne, which means a handful. And when there was a little bit of dough left, the baker would shape it as a little crown and put it in the bread oven after the bread had cooked for the children to munch on. And so it was quite a hard little piece of biscuit. It was a hard little biscuit, but that was really enjoyed by the children because they could make their teeth on it. And then as the tradition lasted, people improved the recipe and added eggs and butter, and then orange flower water in order to make it taste nicer for the children. So I got the recipe from this book, which is an old book we found in Brocante about French regional specialties. And I'm going to have to adjust the recipe a little bit because traditionally the Swiss would be made from sourdough, and I don't have any sourdough, so I'm going to have to use yeast instead. What makes it very distinctive is the orange flower water that you add to it. So it is also possible to do it with the lemon extract. Actually, in that book it says use some lemon extract, but nowadays we tend to use orange flower water. And very important in French cuisine, you always add a bit of booze. So this is the rum from Guadeloupe, the best ever. Ouais, elles sont bonnes, hein? So the dough should be nice and slightly elastic, and it looks like it's really good. That looks really nice and slimy. So now I need to use all my artistic skills to shape something that looks like a Swiss guard. As far as baking is concerned, my artistic skills are a bit limited. This might go quite wrong. So it's a bit tricky because the dough is really sticky. So the Swiss have a very characteristic uniform, and so the idea is to try and reproduce that. So they have very long sleeves. C'est bon là? Oui. Then the last step is to decorate the Swiss. So traditionally you'd use coffee beans for the eyes and currants or raisins for the buttons of the uniform. You can use all sorts of things. You can use orange peels or things like that. And what else? Here. The final touch is to glaze with egg yolk to make it nice and colorful. The book says the oven shouldn't be too hot, and it doesn't say how long it should be cooked for. That's what I find quite funny in French cookbooks, because it's always quite vague, and Amy really hates that because she can't quite find out how long she wants clear instructions, and you never find that in any French cookbook. So yeah, I've put the oven not too hot, and I'll have to check how it cooks. So it looks about cooked. Well, for a first time I'm quite pleased. It's a bit wonky, but it's not a very stable guard. So it's 3 in the afternoon and Amy's falling out of bed.
It's not 3 in the afternoon.
Is it not?
No.
Happy Easter, my chérie.
Happy Easter, my chérie. Oh my goodness, look at that. Well done, my chérie. Can I eat him?
No. You can just look at him.
Is it supposed to be a Swiss guard?
It is a Swiss Guard. It has a stripy uniform.
Aww.
Can't you see the stripes? And it has a hat with the feathers.
Oh, are they feathers?
Yeah.
Aww.
Of course they're feathers. And the stripy uniform.
Aww. Can I eat his ear?
Which?
Or his foot? Oh, they're not ears. Oh, that's a hat. Sorry.
Are you following what they say sometimes?
Can I eat his foot?
Okay.
Mmm.
How is it?
Lovely. Mmm. Really good.
Mm. That's not bad actually.
Mmm. It's really soft and it's not too sweet. Mm. Well done, baker extraordinaire.
Thank you. We have a problem with the shutters on the landing.
You're telling me we do.
Yeah, and I was waiting for you to fix it, but you haven't so far, so I thought I might as well do it myself.
Sorry about that.
Because I've been asking you for a while now.
And it's the little things that hold the shutters back, isn't it, that have fallen out of the wall. And the real problem is that when the wind blows, it then smashes the shutters around, and so we have to have them closed, which makes it really dark inside, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
You're not going to fall and kill yourself, are you?
Oh, possibly. That's something that could happen.
So it's these shutters here that it's missing. There's another one also there, isn't there? How many are you going to do today?
How many shutters?
No, how many ones that are missing?
I don't know.
There's 3, I think.
I'm sure my ladder's tall enough.
That's what I'm a bit worried about. No, you're not high enough for it.
I'm gonna see if I might actually have a longer ladder from Stefan. I found a longer ladder.
Woohoo!
So I'm gonna see if I can do it.
You're very brave doing that. I couldn't do it.
Sorry?
I couldn't go up that high. You're very brave. Do you want me to hold it whilst you're up there? I think I should. I'm torn between wanting to drink my tea and wanting to stop you falling down.
Well, whichever's the most important to you.
Well, alright then.
Your tea.
I'm basically going to be filming your bum though.
Yeah. At least I don't have a hole in that.
Yeah, that's unusual.
So I'm going to put it.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
These shutters actually have a different system on them, don't they,
Yeah.
than the others? They've got a little hook that hooks
Yes.
onto something. Would it not be easier to just replace the hook behind it?
No, because first because I haven't found the same type of hook,
Yeah,
and also because it broke for a reason,
right.
and the reason is because you've got a much bigger lever on these hooks,
Yeah,
and as the wind is quite strong in the area,
yeah.
it wasn't strong enough for holding the shutters.
It's just,
So,
I have a bit of a question. Well, because on normal shutters over here, the little thing that holds them back is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Here, you're putting it on the side. Well, how are we ever going to fix and release it? Because you can't lean out the window that far.
Yes, I can.
Right, you go in.
I just tried.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, what if I try?
You may not succeed because you have shorter arms.
When you say you tried, did you have to hang out of the window with someone holding your feet inside?
No, I just stepped outside.
You didn't?
Yeah, but it works. I can reach it like that.
You can't climb out onto there whenever you need to put the shutters open or closed.
Okay, do you need the demonstration?
Yeah, I do. I need to do a safety assessment on whether it's realistic.
It is perfectly realistic.
Go on then. In you go.
I'm going back.
What are you going back for? You got
to put this in position to see where it is.
Is that a masonry drill you were using?
Yes.
They're very shiny, aren't they? I wonder if I should paint them. This is what they look like. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to find any antique ones. We had to get new ones from the metal shop.
Okay, ready? So you just need to.
Hello, Rapunzel. No!
Voila. It's locked. Up and locked. Up, locked. Unlocked.
Alright, I believe you.
You happy?
Yeah.
Good.
One thing I was thinking about looking at it though, it's really reflecting the sun. Shall I paint them or not?
Yes, please.
Before you put them up?
I was going to suggest it.
Yeah. Oh, there's the kestrel in the tree.
It'd be really good if you could do it because I can't be bothered really.
But I have to do it before you put them up, don't I?
Or you can climb
I'm
the
not.
ladder.
No, I can't climb the ladder.
Very annoyingly, the tip of my chemical sealant cartridge broke, and so I was going to inject it in the holes and put the shutters attachments, but I need to mix it by hand because it's a bi-component resin, and yeah, so I'll have to use a little stick to put it in the hole instead. So Clément, don't touch this because it's not very good chemicals. Can I have my stick, please? Merci. And Clément's going to help me. So I think this will be the end of my cartridge. So yeah, there's this kind of resin that mixes with the hardener, and so it makes a kind of paste. So I'm gonna try with this and hope it can fit. So I've roughly painted them to camouflage it so that it's not too reflective in the sun. That's my hole. Thank you. just need to let it dry. And that will do. Et voilà, merci.
Now, Clement and I are going to make a little house for a very special little creature who I'm going to show you now. Back in, I think, January, we were going through a period of about -6 degrees at night. And, hey baby, you go down on the floor then, sweetheart. No, it's Pepper. It was really, really cold. And one evening I was going up the back stairs that we've got here, and I saw a tiny, tiny little creature, and it was a shrew. Now shrews don't live indoors, obviously, and I thought, oh, there's something wrong here. And it was really, really sluggish and looked like it was going to die. And so we put it in a box, and we weren't catching flies for it and stuff because they can only eat meat. And it perked up, and it was really sweet, and it started biting us, so we thought that was a good sign. Only because it was a massive cold snap, we thought, we can't put it outside now, it would just die. It's probably why it came in the first place. Especially because we think it might have been a baby as well. Anyway, we named him Terence, and we put him in a terrarium. And we realised, after doing a bit of research on the internet, that we could feed him cat food, because he just needed meat. And so we did, and we made him a little home. And every time I kept thinking, okay, we're going to rehabilitate Terence and put him back outside, we'd have another major cold snap, and I couldn't face him having to forage. And I don't know if you can see, but he's immensely fat. I think the diet of luxury cat food has been rather good for him, or bad for him, I'm not sure if shrew obesity is a problem. But I have a plan how to ease him into the wild. Hey Terence, hello little one. I just fed you, did you eat it all already? I've decided to make a sort of little home for him with a cardboard roll so that he can come and go and other bigger animals can't get in, so that I can, the first night I'm going to put him in there with all the sort of familiar stuff and feed him and put water and keep it closed. They're actually blind, so they don't really mind if it's dark. And then the second night I'm going to open the hole and the tube and put it outside. I'll put him outside in it the first night, but hide it well. The second night I'll open the tube so he can come and go, and hopefully the tube will be too small for something like a rat or anything bigger to get in. Might let mice in, but I just have to take that risk. And then hopefully he's got somewhere I can keep putting food in case he needs it. But I imagine he'll be able to go off and find his own Mrs. Terence. And that's all we can do for him, really. Right, I've got this box, and I'm going to attach the old quiche box to it as a nice long tunnel. And I know it doesn't seal quite at the top, but I think that's good for air for Terence. Actually, I've had a good idea. I could just seal up the end of the tube. I can keep it sealed for tonight so that he can go up and down and get used to how to get in and out. Next thing we need is lots of dirt and leaves and things for him to make a little nest in there. for the moment. This is his extremely high-tech true release system. Codename Terence. Should we go and find some bedding for Terence? Come on then. You love your bobby car, don't you? Some good leaves under here, aren't there? Huh? Get some leaves from under here. Spiky with the holly leaves. Poor Terence, he needs a luxury bedroom, doesn't he? Luxury bedroom for Terence. You're just counting. Well done, baby. Lots of nice earth. Whee! Ready to park? Yeah. Nice to have enough for Terence. Now we need to get him a food and a water bowl, don't we, sweetheart? Coming to check.